start again. It's a redskin.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Dawgfather News. Definitely going to have some fun with this. Taking place of the Dawgfather today. He's not really feeling well. That really doesn't like this topic, but this is a topic that definitely needs to be touched on. First, like, subscribe, share, hit that little notification bell, and also want to plug that we do now have a shirt, a site where you can have different types of clothing with our logo, as you can see. Dawgfatherstuff.com. Once again, dawgfatherstuff.com is where you want to go in order to get all of your shirts, apparel, accessories. We even have phone cases on there that you can customize to your own specific needs. Once again, dawgfatherstuff.com. So today's topic is going to be something I really wanted to talk about for quite a while, and that is flat earthers. You want to talk about stupid people? Let's talk about flat earthers, because that's really what we need to. We need to touch on this. So, if you don't know already, I'll go out and straight up say it. The earth is round. It's a circle, not just a disc. Hercules doesn't fly it into the sun or anything like that. It all messes with gravity, everything else like that. And we'll get into more details on this, but for sure, the earth is a giant ball or orb filled up with 74% of water, and the other half, or the other percentage, is land. And of course, it has living creatures, unlike any other planet within this current solar system that we know of. So, what is flat earth theory? Flat earth theory actually came about not too long ago. It was brought into this earth not from the past, but what they actually wanted to do is basically tell people that the earth is flat, and the NASA photos that we've taken, and also videos, are all fake and Hollywood driven, which is not the case, and that it is really flat, and then everybody's just covering it up like a conspiracy, like, Area 52. I'm sure the flat earthers are Area 51, you're right. Area 51, just like the Tony Hawk game, which is Area 52. But just like the people that had to storm Area 51 by Naruto running inside of Area 51 and nobody's going to get shot, right? I'm sure they believe in that flat earth theory too. The flat earth theory, very simply, is that the entire earth is flat. It's actually round, but it's flat completely. Being flat completely, that's exactly how we have gravity. That's why everything is pulled down, because it's all flat. And there is an edge to the earth, and it's not in the ocean. It's not overrunning with water, so we don't have a giant waterfall in this plate. No, the Antarctica is actually surrounding the entire outer edge of the earth. This is their theory. So it's a giant plate. And it goes into a little bit more specifics. It's not just a giant plate, but it's a giant bowl. So just like what you would see out in a bird feeder, that's what flat Earth's shape is. So let me go ahead and disprove why this is not what it is. You've seen lots of YouTube videos out there that try to prove flat Earth by a fence on a hinge and saying that it's the same level all the way across. Well, that's because whoever built your fence was a good construction guy, and they know how to use a level. I have plenty of them inside of my closet, and I can show you what it looks like and how to use it if you really need to, but it doesn't prove the theory of Earth being flat. Here's the other thing. Since it is a giant parabola or a bowl, then this shape is the reason why gravity is more set on the end of the earth than it is in the center. Let me go ahead and take this right now. If you go ahead and you book a flight from Antarctica to the North Pole, how long do you think that's going to take? Do you think it's going to take from one end to the earth to the other end to the earth, instead of the North Pole, which flat earthers believe is right in the middle? Which, if that be the case, once again, if the North Pole is right in the middle, where everything is centralized, that is going to be the hottest point. So how is the North Pole cold? Is that I know the people that think that the ice caps polar ice caps are melting. That's probably where they get that feature, is because since the Earth is flat, the polar ice caps are melting because right in the middle of the Earth is the North Pole. We shouldn't be calling it the North Pole. We should be calling it the Middle Pole. Still, so if this be the case, we go ahead and we take a flight from Antarctica to the southern point, all the way to the northern point of Antarctica. Is it going to take the same amount of time to fly from the northern point of Antarctica over the North Pole to the South Pole of Antarctica? It should take less time instead of trying to circle the Earth. On top of that, we should really be seeing two different continents on one or the other side. I actually have done research on this, very, very little, because, like I said, we already know the answer. I'm just doing this for pure entertainment value. But here's the thing. I've done research on this, and you can actually book a flight from North Antarctica to South Antarctica. There's not very many flights. It's usually private, but there is a way to do it. You know what happens? It's pretty expensive, but it's not going to take 15 hours, 21 hours, 24 hours to to fly all the way over there. It takes 7 hours, because that's how big Antarctica is, because it's going underneath the Earth. But yet it takes how long to get from like LA to, let's just say, England? Like 14, 16 hours? How in the world, if the Earth is flat and Antarctica is all the way around, how is it faster going from one point of Antarctica to the other? How is that faster than going from east to west? That's one thing that we need to put out there. Here's the other thing. So, the space station is all a hoax. Space station is all a hoax. Everything in NASA, which used to be government funded, is all a hoax. Don't forget about the sun, or the satellites that go around our Earth. So how in the world do we have satellites up there if it's just flat? Because gravity is not going to pull in a circular motion. It actually follows the path of the roundness of Earth. That way we can actually have our different satellites do what we need to do. I mean, you don't believe me? Talk to SpaceX, Tesla, Elon Musk. He could explain a lot about that. I'm sure he knows the Earth is round. So here's the last point that I have to give to you for this. So if the Earth is flat and not round, how in the world do we have a sun up and sun down? It goes from one side to the other. Oh yes, everybody gets the sun up, sun down. Very good. Okay. How does one get one and the other gets the other? How in the world is Japan or Russia at nighttime right now? And it's morning time here. And then vice versa. Obviously, it has to be round. Because if you hold up a big light right in the middle of a bowl, what's going to happen? Everybody gets light, oh, no light. And then everybody gets light, oh, no light. That's essentially what happens. It's not going to reverse this way either, because if you turn it this way, then everything is going to be pushing to the sides, not the middle, where the gravity is. It comes straight down. It's not coming from my left or the right. If it was, then obviously we would have a different type of parallel of gravity. Take, for example, okay, I have my watch here. One watch, okay? Just go ahead and tell me where it falls. Oh, it fell down, didn't it? Not to the left, not to the right. So obviously, centrifugal force is not in play here, and if it was in play, then obviously it would go to the left and right, and therefore flat Earth theory would easily be proven because of that. Now, the people that tried to prove that the Earth was actually round and not flat, meaning Christopher Columbus, and yes, he is the one that did it. He's not the one that discovered America. He's just the one that accidentally did it because he was trying to get to India, because he was proving that the Earth was round. He was trying to get to India. One of the reasons why Native Americans are called what? Indians. This is the reasoning why. Granted, yes, he did see and find America because that's essentially where he landed, but that's not the purpose for his travel. The purpose for his travel is to find a faster trade route than to try to get taxed constantly from going the other way around. Granted, it would take a really, really long time on that point, but either way, it is what it is. So, like I said, filling in for the Dawgfather today, but I really appreciate your time and listening to me. Hopefully this will keep on going. I'll find other really ridiculous topics that people actually believe like religion. If you do, cool. If you like it, leave that thumbs up. If you want to find out more about crazy things that we talk about, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It should be like right there. But still, hit that subscribe button, like, leave a comment, thumbs up. I thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful rest of your day.